It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. It is 7 a.m. And a little bit of rain on the radar.
A little rainy this morning.
I figured to get a little bit more severe than what it was with all the warnings coming out of Missouri. They started issuing severe thunderstorm warnings back about 5:30, 5:35.
Yeah, we had a little bit of rain yesterday, but it wasn't that bad yesterday. But I think we're supposed to have a little more today.
A little more this morning, so we'll get to the weather here in just a minute. Anyway, I need to welcome you to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. He's our director today. Our guest today is going to be Gary Pyszka from Mountain Home Fire Department. We'll be talking with him here in just a few minutes. And we are brought to you by your local hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. You can call them at 425-3191. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, outdoor yard maintaining equipment, tools, and anything else you can think of. You know, they're going to bend over backwards to help you. And so be sure to check out your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. They're up on the hill behind Wendy's. They're out in front of Physical Therapy Connection in the same parking lot with Orscheln's. And if you're up in Howell County or Ozark County, Missouri, we invite you to come on down and shop your hometown Sears store. Marion County, come on over. And folks from all around the area, come on up and shop your hometown Sears store. In fact, they live down in Stone or Izard County, the ones that own it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they live down in the southeast area.
They drive up every day.
Yeah. So, hometown folks, it's your hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home. And tell us about the maintenance.
They do all their maintenance in-house. They don't ship anything out. They can work on any of your lawnmowers, weed eaters, garden equipment, but they can also work all of your appliances right here in-house. They'll come over and pick them up, get them repaired, bring them back. But they have maintenance agreements that they do for, I think it's 5 appliances for like $175, and they'll come in.
For the year?
Yep.
Wow.
And they'll come in and maintenance them, making sure that they're running efficient, making sure everything's running correctly, which is going to save big time on your electrical costs.
Yeah.
And they even got maintenance agreements on your mowers, stuff like that, but they'll come out and check the blades and the oil and make sure everything's running tip-top and that you're good to go for the season.
Can't beat it. Your local hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East. Call them at 870-425-3191. Once again, the very best in home appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, and tools, and repair on appliances. Your hometown Sears store, very important hometown Sears store, locally owned and operated. Yes, they use the corporate name of Sears, but they are locally owned and operate locally. And so all the money stays right here in North Central Arkansas. Your hometown Sears store, check them out today. And everybody's invited. Come on in, folks. Love to have you shop over here at your hometown Sears store in Mountain Home. I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brewed Awakening coffee is the very best coffee in town. Right now, 2 locations are open to the public. Bomber Boulevard, a drive-through, and also 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness, is a drive-through. They've got their mochas, their lattes, their buttered lattes, their French vanilla, their pumpkin spice, you name it, they can blend.
Foo-foo coffee.
Foo-foo coffees.
All the foo-foo coffee you need. They've got.
We've got good old truck driver coffee here.
I'm not saying anything. You said may be a bit strong, and your version of bit and mine are apparently 2 different things.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a bit strong.
It's a bit.
When people beat their heads on the wall, I mean, you know, you've got it just right.
When the city stops by and picks up whatever's left and uses it to fill potholes, you have an issue.
Well, I mean, you know,
slice me off a piece of that coffee.
Yeah, you bet. Slice me off a hunk of that coffee, will you? Brewed Awakening coffee, the best coffee in town. Seriously, they've got the mochas, the lattes. Any way you want it, they'll do it. And Mike and his staff, they'll bend over backwards to help you. Of course, Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. They do have the little coffee shop in the hospital, but just kind of have to stay away because that little virus floating around out there might get in the coffee. So, for now, 2 locations to serve the public: Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza. Both are drive-thrus. And Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. So check them out today. The best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Right here in Mountain Home, you can talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris, anyone out there can help you. Tough job, but they do it very well. With all our respect, that's how they do business. And so, when the need arises, Roller Funeral Homes, talk to them about pre-planning, whatever the situation may be. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, during the ice storm of 2009, I saw firsthand how police work to help someone. My neighbor, an elderly man, had no heat, and our police came and took him to a shelter. Police work auto accidents, both minor and fatal. Our police, along with fire departments, help during all disasters. Now protesters call for the defunding of police. I'm sorry, but no pun intended. That would really be shooting ourselves in the foot. Lord, one very bad situation in Minneapolis does not reflect opinions here. We have outstanding police and fire protection here, and these people care. My prayer today is, Lord, I don't have a solution, but I do pray for peace and unity in our country. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now, dun dun dun,
hey,
the weather.
Not bad. Morning weather brought you by
Gary could have done better.
Bring my duck call. Morning weather brought you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetiredToArkansas.net. And that is where we find rain over the White River. Camera mounted in.
Can't see it moving as fast as.
Boy, when the wind was coming through.
You could see the ripples going across the water at a very fast rate.
Camera mounted in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County and Cotter, Arkansas. The little clearings, the picnic area, baseball park, railroad museum in the city of Cotter, Arkansas. And you see the White River come through there. A little bit darker on the left side of the screen. That's the rain moving through the area. And
the raindrops on the screen.
And the raindrops on the lens, Yeah, you can go to RetiredToArkansas.net. You can look at the live cam through the storm, through the sunlight, whatever the time of day may be. Take pictures of it. There's a little camera icon down there.
It's great to go to when there's lightning in the background and it's all lit up. Watching it from that angle is pretty cool. It
is. It really is. You can go to RetiredToArkansas.net and you view it all day long. And while you're there, check out all the listings they have for you with Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. You can also check all the multiple listing service numbers on RetiredToArkansas.net. Check out everything going on in the Twin Lakes area and southern Missouri. The Z Team, they're ready to serve you both in Missouri and Arkansas, from Marshall to Mountain View, Arkansas to Mountain View, Missouri, back over to Gainesville and all points in between. The Z Team are ready to serve you today. They get the awards because of outstanding customer service and how well they treat their clients. The Z Team, Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. They need some listings, so if you're upgrading, need to downsize a bit, whatever the need may be, call them now, 870-405-0793, RetiredToArkansas.net. Linda is a professional stager, so when you list your home, with your permission, she sets the house up for that certain eye appeal that sometimes they don't even have to put the sign in the yard. They can sell it before they put the sign out there, And seriously, it's happened, And so give them a call, 870-405-0793, RetiredToArkansas.net. Bob and Linda Zadora, the award-winning Z Team at Century 21 Lemack Real Estate. And they bring you the morning weather each and every day. And right now, rain was 60. I'm going to re-refresh this. It's showing sunny skies right here. Pardon me just a second here while I re-refresh this. Okay, there we go. Rain in 66 in Mountain Home, 63 at Harrison, 73 in Batesville, 70 in Salem, 66 at Calico Rock, 68 at Flippin, 68 at Marshall, 70 in West Plains, 71 in St. Louis, 69 at Poplar Bluff, 65 in Springfield. And in contrast, it's 45 in Watford City, North Dakota. This is what happens when you load everything at 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning. You have to re-refresh it. What was a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45 has apparently expired. But here's the rain pattern right now as I zoom out. It's kind of an odd-looking pattern. Stretches from southeast Missouri to north-central Missouri to southwest Missouri and north-central Arkansas and northwest Arkansas. So we'll back out and get the full picture here. Shower activity in Montana, South Dakota, a little bit in Wisconsin, Ohio, and Indiana, but overall, these scattered showers, or these storms, I should say, are in Missouri and Arkansas, with scattered showers in Tennessee and Mississippi. So we'll go back into Arkansas a little bit closer. 62-412 west is affected by this, a little bit to the east of Mountain Home on 62-412. Highway 65 from Conway to Branson is going to be affected by these storms. I-49 Looks like some heavier showers south of Rogers, Arkansas. Over here in Clay County, Arkansas, we have some heavier showers around Corning. And then southeast of Jonesboro towards Memphis on Interstate 55 and Interstate 40 around West Memphis, we have showers. I-40 overall is clear, as well as, that's about it. I-40, oh, I forgot about I-30. Little Rock, Texarkana, no problems there. Most of I-49 is clear other than around the Rogers area. Moving up into Missouri, it's really wet in Missouri. Highway 60, 160, Highway 65, Interstate 44, Interstate 55, and Interstate 70, all with shower activity right now. And so if you're traveling from here to Springfield, here to Poplar Bluff, or perhaps to St. Louis, you're going to be putting up with some shower activity before you get to your destination here. So over in Illinois, we have a little bit of shower activity here on Interstate 64 to the west of Mount Vernon, a little bit to the west of Carbondale. And I need to put that in motion. See, I wonder what the motion is on this. This is moving north to south, or north to southeast. Kind of an odd pattern with an odd shape. Normally have the frontal boundaries, that come through. But anyway, that's what it's looking like right now.
I know they got us under weather advisory now.
Yeah.
But they're expecting winds to be 50, 55 mile an hour.
Yeah, let's see. State of Arkansas, we have, looks like they've got severe thunderstorm warnings south of us here. Nothing for Baxter County right now. 7-day forecast. Need to refresh everything because now the storms have passed. Today, 50% chance of showers today, 40 tonight, 30% on Friday. Saturday, 20% chance, and then we're looking at 90 degrees, 88 degrees, 86 degrees, 90 degrees. Summer's here. And so, interesting. Bull Shoals Lake as of 5 o'clock was 694.33. Level is 35.33 feet above a full pool of 659. Norfolk Lake at 579, 27 feet above a full pool of 552. And so, what else do we need to look at here? Here we go. Allergy sufferers today, 7.2. Grasses, mulberry, walnut. Tomorrow, 7.7. Yesterday, 3.7 because of the rain. Yes, my eyes are itching, and yes, I feel like I'm going to sneeze all the time. Oh, Arkansas coronavirus, 54 positives, 43 recovered in the 6-county area of Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. The 6-county area has a population of 104,900, and of that, near 105,000 people, 54 tested positive, with 43 recovered. So I think we get an A+ for that in the coronavirus. Oil prices today, $36.62. It's down 0.67 as we speak. And let's see, with all the rain in Missouri, let's go up here and check the rivers. We've got just a few more minutes before we take that break. And current river at Doniphan's not on the rise. I hate when it jumps like that. So now I got to go back in and chase that thing back down. White River at Batesville, no flooding right there. I just wonder how this is going to affect up with all that rain in Missouri. What would be your guess?
I got a feeling their predictions will change just a little bit.
I think so. You can go to www.weather.gov, look for river flooding, and the little dots indicate, like right here, here's minor flooding right here on the White River near Augusta. And here's White River at Georgetown. Here's White River at Clarendon. And so you can kind of judge. Most generally where it's green, you don't have any problems. A lot of people don't realize that the 11 Point, the Current River, and the Black River all feed into the White River. And like right here at Pocahontas, let me find Pocahontas. Pocahontas should be right here. Yeah, Black River, Pocahontas. This has a lot to do with the White River Basin farther downstream. So as of now, it's showing that it's going to be dropping at Pocahontas. So it's at 15.3 feet this morning and should be down around 13 feet on Monday. So maybe this rain won't affect us too much. All right, morning weather and all the updates are brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Give them a call for all your real estate needs, both in Arkansas and Missouri. All right, finally break time. Gary Pyszka's here from Mountain Fire Department. Stick around. Be right back.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly. No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. Business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pick-up orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you're (7:18), Gary Pyszka here from Mountain Fire Department, also the Fire Marshal. And how'd you like to be in St. Louis or Minneapolis these days?
I would not.
No.
It was just, the chaos is unbelievable.
Just, you sit there and scratch your head, and anyway. One thing I wanted to talk about is the training. Last time you were here, you talked about all kinds of situations with fires, both outside and structure, whatever it may be. It's more than just pointing the hose and squirting water.
There is. Techniques change all the time. We actually had training last night at Northeast Lakeside Fire Department. I'm a volunteer out there also, and hose advancement is a big thing. What we learned last night a little bit is different techniques of how you can actually crawl, kind of do a duck walk, but you're also sounding the floor in front of you as you go.
Do what?
Sounding the floor, make sure it's sound as you're going, to where if you have a house that has a basement you may not know of at the time or something like that, you can actually, the old way we used to do it, you'd crawl on your hands and knees and you would feel in front of you. Well, what's the first thing that's going to go down the hole is your hands. Mm-hmm. So you could possibly fall through a roof or floor or something like that. So different techniques, keep evolving. How to hold the hose, because a lot of people don't understand. It's not like a garden hose. You open it up and you just wave it around. There's so much back pressure on it depending on the nozzle that's on it, depending on how much water, because you don't just set it at one pressure. You can set it at 100 gallons, 125 gallons, 150, and up to 200 gallons for a hand line. And the combination nozzles where you can adjust the pattern on them, they have a lot more back pressure. So you're not just holding the hose, spraying and directing it. You're actually holding it from getting away from you also. Solid bore nozzles you can put a little bit more water on the fire with those, have a solid stream, and they have a lot less back pressure too. So techniques change with the development of new products, like new nozzles. They have some that are automatic even, that they just adjust. They have orifice inside that the more pressure you give it, they open up and the more water you get. So it's not just the old days of the old straight stream, no shut off nozzles like you see in the old days. So yeah, techniques change with technology.
And the continuing education.
It's constant, just like anything else. Just when I took the fire inspector's job, I've had over 400 hours of certified training since then in the last 4.5 years. So depending on
400 hours.
400 hours, yes. 3 of them were 2-week classes, so there's 80 hours right there times 3. Plus I took my reserve officer training for my true fire marshal certification, and it's just never ending. You have chief officers classes, you have structure fire classes, 1, 2, and 3. You name it, there's a class for it. Every year we go through CPR and AED training. Every 2 years we have a 24-hour refresher. Have to have 24 hours of continuing education for our EMT certifications. It's never ending. We don't just.
So I'm looking across the room here, and we've got some wicker style furniture back over here. We have some more modern stuff over here for the other set. Okay, so let's take one of the blue chairs right here. Let's say that I had, denatured alcohol, perhaps, and I put, say, a cup of denatured alcohol and lit a match. That blue chair is going to burn how differently from the wicker?
Well, the wicker is, of course, an organic product. It's basically a wood product. Of course, in your chairs over here, it looks like the legs are wood, but they're not actually. They're a particle board pressed, pressed sawdust basically together with a thin veneer coating on them. And your cushions and your coverings are all synthetic, which is probably a petroleum-based product. So once you light the blue chair on fire and you light the wicker chair on fire, once the denatured alcohol is gone, your blue chair is going to go a lot faster because it's made out of a petroleum product versus the organic products.
So what's in our home? You got a couch, a chair, a recliner, you've got carpet, you got carpet pad, say a dining room table that's
window coverings. It's all pretty much synthetic anymore. So, and houses are built a lot tighter than they used to be. No air gets in and out. Energy efficient, which can cause problems for firefighters when they go to fires. If it's still all buttoned up when we get there, you open that door, and if the fire has burned down, you're going to get a flashover or a backdraft.
How do you prevent that?
Just have to break window or do roof ventilation to alleviate that pressure and that smoke prior to entry. If you can go on, Google's a great thing. You can go on Google and new versus old room fire, and you're looking about 3 minutes for a fully involved room with a newer house. Well, if you look at our run times, our response times, that's about how long it takes us to get set up, get to a residence normally in the city. So we're getting there right about the same time as that problem is presenting itself. So it's a dangerous. But the gear, technology, our fire gear, turnouts, stuff like that keeps us a lot safer.
So if you have a structure fire that perhaps is a 2-story home, family of 5, family of 6, so you have to be prepared for any kind of toxic fumes in that building.
Yes, yep. Our SCBAs, that's why we wear them when we go in. It keeps us from breathing all the bad smoke and toxins and everything that's in that smoke. And plus it does, give us a little bit of thermal protection on our face and that, but even though you can still feel the heat through that plastic shield, your typical house fire up at the ceiling, you're going to have right around 900 degrees
On an 8-foot ceiling?
on an 8-foot ceiling. Usually, that's one of the kind of the medium points. And plus, if you get your structural members and all the contents and everything going, you're going to get hotter. So that's one of the reasons why we stay, as close to the ground as we can. That's where the best air and the safest is. So.
Okay, dumb question of the day.
Okay.
People are out shopping for new furniture.
Mhm.
Does furniture have ratings on it?
They do. Yep. UL listings on the fire spread patterns and fire ratings of all furniture. Schools, daycares, anything like that, there's certain criteria in the fire codes that their wall coverings, their floor coverings, everything that has to meet depending on the occupancy that it's being put in. The amount of stuff that teachers and can put on the walls in the hallways, there's a code for that. You don't want to line your hallway with curtains and all the drawings and everything that the kids do all year. So there's a certain amount they can put out there safely.
Yeah.
Because that's your egress. You don't want to cut off your only way out of a building for your kids.
Okay, bed, mattress, and pillow, any different from the couch or the chair?
They go just as fast. Of course, we've had a lot of fires with people smoking in bed or something like that, or have a lot of electronics. I've seen a lot of those where your charge cord for something will actually catch on fire in a bed. So yeah, the flame spread rating on that.
Why would
faulty? Just maybe a faulty cord or something like that. Shorten the cord, or you cover it up and it might get a little too warm.
They now make, and I've installed these, I've installed several of them in the house, the standard 110 volt wall outlet with the USB built in.
Mm-hmm. I just put some in my kitchen.
And you don't have to worry about the little square charger from Apple.
Right, because those are the things that get usually hot. And it's not the brand name ones that are usually the problem. It's the aftermarket, no name brand ones. You get it to get somewhere that usually have the problem.
Get a Coke and a new charger while you're out traveling. Uh-huh.
There you go. So.
Yep.
So. But even those new wall outlets, like you were talking about, they go through a strenuous, research with the Underwriters Laboratory. They do all the testing on that stuff. So if you buy something, look for that little UL listing or rating, just like extension cords.
Oh gosh! Oh my gosh!
Don't buy the little thin lamp cord ones to run run something heavy duty. Make sure you got a good solid cord if you're going to run power tools or something out in the garage. Or
12 gauge?
Yeah, 12 gauge or big, or smaller. Smaller the number, the bigger the wire, and it can handle more amperage. So.
And then of course in the wintertime you got the space heaters. You get the 97-cent 6-foot Walmart extension cord.
Yeah.
And they've bent the ground wire back, plugged it in there, and then wonder why the place gets.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're using a space heater in wintertime, just plug it directly into the wall. They don't recommend using extension cords with them at all. So.
What's the average extension cord? 18 or 16 gauge?
It depends.
But,
there's 16, 18 gauge. I think
18 is getting pretty small.
Yeah, probably 16 is probably the smallest they make. So.
One of the big issues got to be what people keep in their garage, chemical wise.
Oh yeah.
Some of them chemicals mix, and within seconds they'll spontaneous combust. I mean, they will start fire.
Excuse me, I need to get home and clean up.
Exactly.
I've got lacquer thinner, I've got gasoline, I got paint, I got bug sprays, weed killer, paint, denatured alcohol, acetone.
Mm-hmm. I do too. The big thing is the gasoline. If you don't have a sealed container, some of the safety cans that they sell now are better. The ones that just have the spout coming out of it that doesn't have a cap or something on it. You get a good warm day. It's going to start, fumes are going to start off-gassing off of that fuel. And if you're like a lot of these homes, you're going to have your water heaters in your garage. And those fumes collect long enough in that, if it's electric ignition or something and it has a pilot light,
you
could possibly have a problem. So, if at all possible, stir your fuel or gasoline out in sheds or outside.
I've got chainsaw gas in the metal can. I got from Harold.
Or if you have a good safety can, that's good.
And it's out in the barn.
if you smell something during the summer, and you just let it sit outside for a while, or open your
There again, what about the vehicle in the garage? Maybe perhaps with a
fuel leak,
evap or fuel leak.
Yep, could be. Just pay attention. If you smell something,
don't park in the garage. Then
there you go. So,
how much of this is common sense?
A lot of it is. Some people just don't realize how dangerous some things are. They just take it for granted. So that's what we're here to try to do, to let the public know which things they need to be aware of and stuff like that.
Wow.
And in the wintertime, you cannot run your generator in the garage.
Yes. And if you're going to warm your car up in the winter, pull it outside, because even if you open the door and go back into the house, those fumes are going to follow you in. So if you're going to do that, pull out of the garage and you keep yourself from getting a headache from the carbon monoxide. So
why don't we take a break? We'll be right back with Gary Pyszka back for this. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
.34, visiting with Gary Pyszka, and you rank Captain Gary Pyszka?
Yes.
Yep, Captain and Fire Marshal, and with Mountain Home Fire Department. Outdoor burning, different in the winter than it is with the summer. A lot of times in the fall, we've gone through a dry August and a dry September,
Yes.
and then the leaves start falling in late October, November, and they're just...
Recipe for disaster.
There you go.
Yep, yeah. This time of year, of course, we had a pretty wet fall and winter, and didn't
Still right.
just didn't have the problem last fall or last winter with outdoor burning because
Well,
nobody could burn. We did have a few issues this spring when it started drying out and people were able to finally get their leaves burned. But this time of year it's nice and green, so brush fires getting out are a lot less chance of that.
So what's the rules in the city limits? Let's say I got a brush pile that'll stack up 3-4 feet.
Okay.
Leaves, sticks, brush.
Yep, leaves, sticks, brush, grass, no household products, no processed material, burning through daylight hours only, 5 miles an hour wind or less, have water, garden hose handy to put it out. You can't burn in city alleys, easements, or ditches. And if you have issues with your neighbor, and you do, just wait till the wind's going a different direction to burn. Don't burn when it's going towards them, because if they call, we have to come out and have a visit, just to make sure everything's okay.
Now, that little area for the water to run through, that's not a place to burn.
No. The reason that they don't want you to burn in that is because if it's a grass ditch or something like that, you start burning there, it kills the grass, of course, and then they have more erosion.
Mm-hmm.
If the grass stays there, the less erosion is in the ditches. So, county, state regulations, of course, no burning of any household products, processed lumber, anything like that. If you
especially
do,
like egg cartons, milk jugs. What's a milk jug? Is that
petroleum product, plastic?
Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to think what else. Scooter, help me out. What else is big in there? What are trash bags? Look at the trash bag. Years ago we used to get the paper bags. 100 years ago, we put these paper bags full.
They still make those, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, good. And okay, so I'm going back about 1962. My grandparents had a burn barrel.
Mm-hmm. We did too.
They called one of my uncles. Hey, time to burn the trash. They'll go downstairs and out the back, and it had strike anywhere matches. They had a little thing hanging on the wall.
Little metal thing. Yep.
Yeah. And you grab a couple matches and you go out and you light it off side of the barrel. You sit there till the, what was in the barrel burned. And
yep. Had a stick to stir it with.
Yeah. Holes in the bottom for things to get hot.
Yeah, they don't allow that anymore, unfortunately. But
yeah.
So.
But I'm just thinking of the things that, the plastic milk jugs. We used to have it in cartons. Remember the wax?
The old wax carton, yeah. But anything, nowadays, everything, like I said, was synthetic, so it gives off a toxic fumes that could, make you very, very sick. Styrofoam cups, burns, puts off phosgene gas, which will kill you. So, styrofoam or foam in chairs, stuff like that, that's one of the main reasons why we wear, SCBAs, is all them toxic chemicals that's produced by fire. So it's not just the smoke, it's everything in it that'll kill you. So
years ago I took hazmat training, and we used to have to check air quality with Draeger tubes. Remember those? Do you still use those?
Used to, yeah. They have newer technology now. They have
yeah,
little handheld computers that do that now. Have little sensors in them for different things. Yeah. So we still have carbon monoxide detectors, gas detectors. So if people have issues in their house, if they think they have carbon monoxide or something, we'll go out there. We'll test the quality of air.
Didn't you say last time they've got smoke, carbon monoxide detectors?
Yes, there's
combo?
combinations now that you can get smoke / carbon monoxide detectors. They have them that actually talk to you. For the visually impaired, they'll actually talk to you if you can't see the lights blinking in them. Strobes, you name it, they have them now. They have carbon monoxide detectors that actually plug into the wall with a battery backup.
Okay, so people living by themselves, they don't know. So we've got the Fire Marshal from Mountain Home. If you had to buy the best smoke and carbon monoxide detector, what's your preferred?
Most of the brands out there are, like I said, are UL listed, so they're all just as good as the one another. Some are smaller, some are bigger, some have different features. Like I said, the strobes, some that actually talk to you, some are battery only, and some are battery backup with hardwired. New codes require that a house that is, any property built now, they have to be all interconnected. So if one goes off and you're in a totally different part of the house, that one will go off also, so you know there's a problem. So they're all good as long as they have that UL listing on the back of them. Lowe's, Home Depot, Marchants, anywhere in town that carry them, they're good quality.
Now, for folks that don't understand carbon monoxide, explain what that is.
It's colorless, odorless gas, product of combustion. If you have a gas stove,
propane and natural
gas.
Okay.
If you're cooking, you're getting
it's a fuel.
Some amount of carbon monoxide in your house. That's why you have a vent. It's minimal, but if there's a problem with your heating equipment or something like that, to where the exhaust isn't going out like it should, it could, congregate in your house. So
I can give you an example of that.
Okay, go ahead.
We actually were renting a house right here in Mountain Home, and we had went out of town and we're in Memphis, and when we came back, you walked in and you could smell a gas smell. It wasn't the carbon monoxide, but you could smell a gas smell. So we actually called the fire department out. They ran a quick test and told us to get the heck out of the home. That apparently the heater core and the heater had went out, and everything was coming back into the house. And it was bad enough that we couldn't stay there. We had to get it aired out.
You'll start getting headaches, get nauseous, feel like you're getting sick or something. And if you leave your residence, start feeling better, you go back to your residence, start feeling bad again. That's probably one of the indications there's an issue somewhere in the house.
And it don't take them long to find it. They walked over this machine, walked over to one of my vents. It's like, nope, you're out of here.
Yeah. So,
how long did it take to revent that? Once whatever the situation, how long did it take to revent and clean it all out?
Once the problem gets fixed, you call a heating and cooling guy, where we'll just shut it off at that time. Just open up the house, let it air out, and take some more readings until it gets below
2 hours, 5 hours,
5-10 minutes. I mean, depending on it
just
depends.
Getting the fumes out. Just get the windows open, get some air moving through it.
We can use positive pressure fans if we have to, and blow it out.
So how do we protect our elderly? We've got a lot of single elderly men and women live alone that may perhaps not know, Gary. What do we do?
Just call us. We'll come out and take a look. We do have a smoke detector program for people that low income or people that can't afford them. We even come out yearly and change batteries in smoke detectors.
Right?
Yep. We keep a good supply of batteries. I buy about 150 smoke detectors a year. Last year I got the Walmart community grant, so that was a $2,500 grant, so I was able to purchase more smoke detectors from them, and hopefully we'll get some more this year. So
that's a good program.
Yeah.
So when you're going out and buy new furniture, whatever it may be, curtains, do we need to research? I mean, if you got a couch over here for $3.99 or a couch over here for $6.99, does that reflect the quality?
It can.
What about leather? People like some of the leather stuff.
It's an organic product, so it it will burn slower. It won't give off as much of toxic fumes as a synthetic product will. Your difference between your $3.99 and $6.99 is probably real wood frame, real wood legs versus pressed material with the glue in it.
Yeah.
So yes, the more expensive could be less hazardous for you, may not burn near as fast. But like I said, they all have a certain rating that they have to go by.
Before we take the break, I'm going to bring that up again. Extension cords.
Yes.
A lot of times I will make my own extension cord.
Yeah.
Because I know I've checked every wire, I've checked every bit of insulation. I know where to put the green, the black, and the white wire.
Yeah, but if you don't, just like I said, buy a good quality one at a hardware store. As long as it's got that UL listing on it, that's the one thing you want to look for.
Plugging in a light bulb is one thing, but plugging in a heater or a hairdryer, people don't understand amps, watts, and voltage. Okay, so if I've got a 60-watt light bulb and I can plug it in, that's not going to draw hardly anything, and I can run it on a small cord.
Right.
But a hairdryer, okay, so I got a 60-watt bulb right here, and I got a hairdryer that says 12. If it says 60W, that's 60 watts.
Mm-hmm.
If it says 1200W, that means 1200 watts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do the math here. It's like...
Yeah, the hairdryers, they have dual settings on them, low and high. You're probably looking at 600 or 1200 watts.
Yeah.
Same thing with the little space heaters. They have a 750 and a 1500 watt setting. So within 5 minutes, that little extension cord that's running that 60 watt bulb is going to be very warm to the touch and probably going to start melting. That's why you don't want to use them with space heaters.
You know, I can't emphasize this enough. You know, when you buy an extension cord, it doesn't matter where you buy it, get the heavier grade.
Mm-hmm. You'll be safer in the long run.
Yeah. You know what I found out makes good extension cords? When you have a vacuum cleaner that quits, like the motor burns out, I've taken the cord off and making extension cords out of that because, you know, you got that 6 to 12 amp motor.
Yeah. You can do that.
They make pretty good extension cords.
I'm not going to do it because I'm not an electrician, but
anyways,
I'll go to the store and buy one.
I like the challenge. We're going to take a break. More with Gary right after this.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing embroidery and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
$7:48. Gary Pyszka here from Mountain Home Fire Department. What do we need to cover now? We've covered a lot of ground today, but it's raining right now, so fire hazard danger is low.
Don't have to worry about fires today, I hope.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we haven't had any cooking accidents lately, so, cooking's another, good reason for fires. Just don't wear loose clothing when you're doing it. The house coach, keep the sleeves roll up out of the way. Keep your pots and pan handles turned in so you don't bump them and get scalded or burned.
Yeah.
Just don't leave stuff in the kitchen unattended while you're cooking. Just stay with it. Anybody needs smoke detectors, batteries changed, just call us at the fire station, 425-2611. Even on the weekends, the guys can come out and do it. There's somebody there 24/7. It always seems like they go off at the inopportune time when you're trying to sleep at night.
2 a.m. Beep,
yeah,
beep,
yeah.
beep.
So,
the Marshalls are landing,
Yep. Just give us a call if you need anything. Got any questions? copy of the burn ordinances. We've got those at the station. We'd be happy to supply those to anybody that wants them.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad for me to get a copy for down here. Just to have, yeah, I may stop by sometime.
Okay.
Okay, second stupid question of the day. You do at least 3 of them. How do you prepare for riots in unforeseen circumstances? I mean, heaven forbid that it happens down here, and what's happened in St. Louis. I mean, they've lost some officers, they've lost a lot of buildings, Minneapolis, and I'm not. Yes, we're all sad about Charles Floyd.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was a fine, outstanding gentleman, but what has happened is sad, but it still does not give us permission to burn stuff down.
Well, we'll probably coordinate with the mayor, the other department heads, and just be prepared for whatever comes down.
There's no way.
Just like the COVID-19, we recommendations from the CDC, the governor, stuff like that. Wearing masks when we go into people's houses, limiting personnel that go in, during just regular medical calls if there's a problem, or if there's a chance they may, have the symptoms or something like that. I know the 911 dispatchers, the ambulance dispatchers, they all screen them for those questions prior to anybody's arrival.
Wow.
If there's anything in question, we'll have one person go in first, of course masked up, evaluate the situation. And
I never even thought of that. So you got to go into a situation, an emergency. You don't know what diseases you're facing in there.
Exactly. You don't know what you're walking into. So, and just like any other natural disaster emergency, there'll be a lot of coordination through city, state, local authorities, department heads, and just get a game plan and go. Ready to go.
See any weird stuff?
Not lately.
I can just imagine what you guys have to put up with between that and PD.
The biggest problem we have during fires or any kind of emergency is people like to keep stuff anymore. They don't throw anything away. So clutter in a house is a big thing. I try to tell people when I do seminars for agencies around town, go in your house, just pick a spot in your house, close your eyes, and try to get out. If you can't get out of your house during the day with your eyes closed, if you have that much material in your house that you can't get out safely, just imagine if you're sleeping at night and it's dark and then you have a fire in your house. Very, very dangerous. Keep your, yes, we like to have stuff, we're a material world, but you've got to keep your house in order to where you can safely get in and out in the possibility of an emergency.
Well, my nightly routine, and if you see my Facebook page, I've got a lot of antique electronics.
Mm-hmm.
And these are electronics that go back in the early 50s, which is the hot old tubes. And, I've got quite a few. And every night, I've got about 8 different devices I have to check. Did I make sure I shut them off?
Yep. So, if you don't need it, unplug it.
Yeah.
That's just one less thing, one less possibility that something could go wrong. Back in, I think it was the 80s or early 90s, it was the Mr. Coffee pots.
Oh, gosh, I remember that.
That was a recall.
Coffee pots,
a lot of those.
pots.
So, yeah.
Well, what about a crock pot?
Very, very safe. I've never, in my career, I've never heard of or had a problem with a crock pot, catching fire.
Really?
So, I'm sure it's happened before. Everything mechanical is built by hand. Something's going to go wrong eventually. It's just the nature of the product, but we use them a lot at home, so
they are safe.
Very as safe as I can.
Microwave ovens. The advancement in that technology.
Yeah, technology's come a long way. So, but yeah, if you're not using something and you don't need it, even those little chargers for anything, they're still drawing power, even though you're not charging a product with it. They're still drawing power.
Even the new
costing you money.
Gary, the new televisions. Okay, so you got a flat screen plugged in. It's still drawing the voltage.
Yeah, it's got memory and it's got all that kind of stuff in it. So
the VCR. Well, listen to me. The VCR.
VCR. What's that?
Yes, I'm old.
Yes, I still have one.
Yep,
yes,
we
I
do
too.
We do too.
You're old too, aren't you?
But yeah, everything draws power when it's plugged in. So
when you
save
turn it
yourself
off, the
a little
little
money.
transformer doesn't stop.
Right.
And the little transformer in there goes from 110 to 12 or 5 volt, whatever it is. It's always on.
It's always on and drawing power, and it's costing you money if it's plugged in. It's costing you money. So
clothes dryers.
Clothes dryers, yeah, just make sure you keep your vent lines cleaned out once a year. There's companies that come in and do that. Your heating and cooling companies probably come in and clean them.
Scooter, like,
and that's one of their maintenance things they will come in to do is clean your vents, and people will just look at the end of the vent outside and think, oh, well, it's not dirty. You don't know what's going on inside that. I've had a heater or a dryer one time I thought was going out, and when we opened it up, the vent coming out and everything was just packed.
Yeah, it's not letting the moisture escape, so the clothes are not drying. It takes a lot longer. There's also a filter that come out of those that make sure they're clean too.
And if you ever took dryer and put a match to it, you'll see how
it's
quick.
magnesium. I think it just flashes right off. It's almost like fireworks.
Yep. And can sit and smolder for a long time.
So it wouldn't be a bad idea to have the dryer inspected once a year, perhaps?
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Just like your heating equipment in your house, your chimney, if you have a wood burner or a fireplace or a wood insert in your house, get your chimneys clean. Now's a good time to do it. They're not busy. Fall, when everybody starts using their heaters and everything, is not the best time to do it because the company is going to be covered up trying to get as many done as they can. So get it done in the off season. That way you're ready to go and it's good to go when time comes around. So
there's nothing more devastating than to hear if somebody have a burnout house. I mean, there's been I think 2 this week in the Springfield area that's been on the news. And
it's a life-changing event. If you haven't ever witnessed it or been involved in one, of course, I've been involved in one side of one, all the time, but I've never had one in my house yet, so knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
So.
Wow. Well, we've got about 3.5 minutes. What have I overlooked? We've got outdoor burning, and then the advanced training. You guys, you talk about hose advance. Who would ever thought hose advancement in the sounding of the floor? But you have to listen for the hollowed out areas in the floor between the floor joists.
Many years ago, when I was still a volunteer, we had a house fire. Of course, it was you slid on the ice to get to the house because it was in the wintertime. Went in, the main level of the house was clear, and we had smoke coming out of the attic, the eaves and everything, and it's like, well, it's in the attic. So we started pulling ceiling and hitting the fire with the hose. And that, of course, then our air packs, the low air alarm goes off. So we go out, and we come back out in the living room, floor's gone. So we had a basement fire and an attic fire at the same time. So if we would have just walked out and not paid attention, that spongy floor, what we had to do, we had to hug the wall where it was still solid to get out.
So how'd you have top and bottom and no middle?
It was it started in the basement and went up through the walls of the house.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So yeah, you have to, just like any profession, you have to be aware of your surroundings. It's just, ours is a little more dangerous.
As Mountain Home has progressed over the years, the code has changed on the way the houses were built.
Yes, building materials, products, everything.
And some people just added on by covering the roof, so you may have a roof underneath the roof.
Yes, yeah. You can have multiple layers of shingles, and then somebody comes in and puts wood, the wood one buys down and puts a metal roof on it, which that creates a lot more problems for us if we have to try to ventilate a roof. It takes a lot more time.
Yeah.
But we're talking about new technology with tools and stuff like that. We've got, with this public safety tax, we've been able to start acquiring a lot newer vehicles, a lot better technology. Yes.
That has really helped.
We've recently, I think it was last year, we've got the new fire engine downtown, the main pumper going out. We're able to replace our aging forestry brush truck that we got from the forestry, which you get anything from the government, it's usually probably wore out by then anyway. Just received our new rescue truck. We have replaced a 1998 model. We're fixing to replace a 1985 tanker truck.
Wow.
We've got one tanker on order, and just within the last week we put a down payment or a secure deposit down on a 2015 Stupfin 100-foot aerial platform.
Good.
To replace our 1984 Grumman that we have. So we're getting there.
Getting things built
we're
back
trying
up.
To get things back up
move forward.
for the citizens, and we sure appreciate all their help with this.
Well, I'm glad it helped. That was a good move.
It was very good. We were so
we're
happy.
Very
with
blessed to have all of our fire departments, Mountain Home. Of course, you got Cotter, Gasville, and
Camellia, Clark Ridge, Northeast,
everybody.
Buford. Got a lot of them.
Yep. Scooter, any other thoughts over there? What we got? 3 seconds. We better say goodbye.
Thanks for saving me
Gary.
some time.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.